Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another JVS movie review from the Toronto Film Festival. Now I think this will be my last review from the Toronto Film Festival. That's crazy. Yeah, if not the last review that you see, this is definitely the last one that I recorded from the Toronto Film Festival. This film also has the best performance to me from the Toronto Film Festival. The name of this film is The Good House, starring Sigourney Weaver and Kevin Kline. And here's the quick synopsis. Life of New England realtor Hildy Good begins to unravel when she hooks up with an old flame of hers from New York. This is also based on the book, The Good House. Now, normally I am not a fan of characters in film, in these type of films, in this type of comedy, doing the fourth wall thing, where they're talking to the audience, because most time it just doesn't work well when the actor does it, because it can take you out of everything. We get that from Sigourney Weaver's character for majority of this film, and it works in spades because Sigourney Weaver is so great in this movie. Man, this felt like a movie that was built just for her. As we are introduced to Hildy Good, and she's setting up clients to sell a house. That's all we see at the beginning of the film. And within 10 minutes of the film, we walk into an intervention put on by her family for her drinking. And from that moment on, we get to enjoy Sigourney Weaver and this character, embrace her flaws, embrace her mistakes, embrace her highs and her lows in this film, as Hildy goes off to go to rehab to try to get herself together. And in the process of her going to rehab to get herself together, she takes none of it seriously. She basically went to rehab just to go to rehab, and she continues to attempt to justify drinking. It's funny at times. It is sad at times. It's depressing at times. Of everything that this character does and Sigourney Weaver does, just to make it through with this character, it's a really good film. Kevin Kline in this film playing kind of her high school, her high school love interest, who's also in the town, who she's always attempting to get him to sell a piece of his real estate property so she can be the top realtor in the county again. Really good. Works really, really well. I absolutely love Kevin Kline as the straight guy. Like, not the silly comedy guy that we've known for years for Kevin Kline to be. Here he plays a straight man. Completely straight. Like, it's the humor that they attempt to give the character is so straightforward that it doesn't even come across as overly funny, but the lines work. But this is a film completely carried by Sigourney Weaver. And so far, to me, the best performance I've seen this year from actress, hands down. She is amazing in this movie. She manages to captivate every scene that she's in. And whether it be the breaking of the fourth wall at times in the film, whether it be just watching the character go through everything, watching the character make excuses for actions that as an audience we all look at and we cringe. It is some scenes in this film that are difficult to watch because we are waiting for something tragic to happen, because this character is spiraling out of control the entire film, and you're kind of waiting for something bad to happen in it. And it's one of the things that it keeps you gripped. By the same time, she keeps you laughing. She keeps you rooting for this character, while at the same time you feeling this character needs to be punished, that they need to have something happen because they need to understand there's consequences to their actions. This is just a great performance, hands down. While the film at times is not as even as it should be, at times it does feel like it's shoehorning other things in there for Hildy to go through to keep you interested in it. But even when the film throws you things that to me are just unbelievable, it's a scene where she's constantly going down to the little shack at her house to get bottle after bottle after bottle after bottle of wine and making excuses it just, some things happened there that just felt too made for TV movie-esque. But Sigourney Weaver is so great, you forgive all of that because she's the star of this film. And it's really good to see an older actress respected on the film the way that she is in this film. Like, she is captivating. Everything about this character I love. I could have watched this movie 2 or 3 more times just based off of Sigourney Weaver and how engaged she keeps the audience, and how the fourth wall breaking here works so well because it helps you relate to the character more. As we get to dig deeper into the character and the dark past of the character, the struggles of the character with her family, and just the notion that because she provides for her family, she thinks that's all she needed to do. Like, all of that works well when she's speaking to you. But when we finally get to see this character break, when we see the cracks in the character's armor, that's when the film is at its best. It is some hard to watch scenes in this movie where you're developing the need to root for Hildy, and then she does something god awful, and you're stuck wondering, like, should I still be rooting for this character, or do I think something needs to happen for her to understand the environment that she's in and why this is not okay? I think you can only credit that to having an actor who understands how to deliver. And here we get to, because Kevin Kline is just as good in this movie, but Sigourney Weaver just blew me away completely. So, The Good House, brought to you by the Toronto Film Festival. I don't even know if this film has distribution yet. I'm pretty sure it will, because I think this is clearly Sigourney's chance to get Best Actress nomination, if not win Best Actress at this point. That's how good this performance is. Out of a possible 10, I'm going to give this film, and solely, and I admit it, this film has flaws in it. It is not the perfect film, but Sigourney Weaver gives the perfect performance. For that reason alone, I'm going to give The Good House a 9 out of 10. Like, her performance is just, it's cliche to call it a tour de force because I hear that all the time. And I may have said it a couple times about other people's performances, but this is a tour de force performance by Sigourney Weaver. Hands down, you are going to love her in this film. You're going to laugh, you're going to cry, you're going to get angry, you're going to get mad at this character. This character develops, so gets you to feel so many different things all at once in a movie that's not that long. It's about an hour and 45 minutes long, but you fall in love with the character and you feel like you want to punish the character for the things that they do in this film. And I think that's the most important element of it. Again, I can't say enough about Sigourney Weaver in this film. This has been another JVS movie review from the Toronto Film Festival. Peace, people.